we are old friends here on the BBN, right? So we're just going to jump right in.
Okay.
Emily, Ryley, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have some exciting results to share from your LLS campaign. So let's start off. Like, what was the final total?
All right, so our final total was $38,623.
That is amazing. And your goal was $30,000.
Yeah.
So you went $8,000 plus over your goal.
Yes.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about this journey. Like, what got you each involved in LLS, and what are some of the steps that got you to $38,000?
So this was my first year as a candidate. Ryley has done this in the past, and just seeing all the work that Ryley did, I thought I would step up and help her out a little bit. And during our journey within these 7 weeks and months prior, we set up meetings with a lot of the corporations, and we would pitch kind of our Team Padua and ways that they could support us in doing all of that.
All right, and we talked a little bit about your pitches, I think last year when I had you as a junior and you were getting ready to pitch to different corporations. So what does that mean? What is pitching in this context, and what would you have to do to kind of get that all set up?
Yeah, so we, our LLS campaign manager, Tiffany, shout out Tiffany, I know she's probably not, actually we'll send this to her. We'll most definitely send this to her. But she kind of puts a presentation, like blanket presentation together, and then every time we set up a meeting with a new corporation, we go in and personalize it to that company. So it talks about what the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is, what our values are, what our mission is, and then we kind of introduce ourselves, talk about our specific team, and then we kind of bring in the company and say, here are some of your company's values, and here are some of our values, and where they kind of overlap, and then ask them to make their financial contribution.
So it's a lot of prep work. It must be a lot of research, right?
Yeah.
So did you kind of split that up this year? Did you like, I'll take these companies and you take those, and what are some of like the sort of behind the scenes?
I give Ryley all the credit.
Ryley did all the
I'm
prep
being
work.
so honest. There were certain aspects where like Ryley just knew like, oh, she's done this before, she's a professional, and she had like taken over and done a lot of the work. So all props to Ryley.
No, a lot of it was because I did it last year. I learned what works and I learned what doesn't.
Yeah.
And that honestly, like we would not have been as successful as we were if it weren't for Emily joining and if it weren't for what I learned from last year's campaign. I think a lot of the prep work, like we always joke, especially at the grand finale, they made the statement to all the candidates, like this campaign, it was 7 weeks, but it's actually been 8 months in the making, you know? Like, because we
there's
do
so much prep
prep
for
work.
it. And that's awesome. So the gala was last weekend?
It was
like
2 weeks ago.
the past weekend, right? Like, not this past.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about the gala. What kind of affair is the gala? I saw some pictures. It looks swanky.
You go first. This was your first year.
Well, it was my first year. It was amazing. I didn't like know what to expect, but at the end, when you get to roam around a little bit, hang out with your friends, and then we sit down and they have a presentation. And so they invite students from the past to come and host. And then they brought up our honored hero, Mick, and he spoke with his family about his journey. And then they revealed the total, and it was just phenomenal. We were all standing there, balloons fell down. It just
the
felt
total
great.
from all the teams.
Yeah, which was over. It was over $1 million. It's $1.4 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 7 weeks.
And this is just in Cleveland?
This is just Northeast Ohio. Yep.
$1 million, $1 million plus dollars toward the LLS. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And your hero, what did you say before? Mick is
Honored hero. Yeah.
So what is an honored hero in this?
Yeah. So an honored hero is a patient or past patient and their family who kind of serves as like a figurehead of our campaign and serves as a motivator for everybody who's fundraising towards the campaign. So I mean, back in my early days, like I was an honored hero for some of LLS's earlier programs, and this year, our honored hero was Mick. So he is a 16-year-old who was diagnosed with B-cell lymphoblastic leukemia, and he's now in remission. Okay. But he served as our kind of big motivation, big face of our campaign this year, and getting to interact with him and have him get up and speak in front of everybody was really, really cool to see.
So you've been pretty open about your past history with leukemia, and you were an honored hero. So this must be a really pay-it-forward moment for you. This must mean like so much to you. Can you talk about a little about that journey and with your family as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So having been diagnosed at 18 months old, to be completely honest, don't remember a lot of things that I went through. And I know a lot through stories from different people that are in my life. But I think this has really helped me find an identity with like that part of myself, because I always, all my college applications say this, like I've always known the word cancer, even if I didn't fully understand what it meant, like I always had that word present in my life.
Yeah.
And to have that said at me, I didn't always fully understand like the weight of that. And to be able to pay it forward through something like this and kind of be able to see the impact that we can make, and honestly get more exposure to what an actual cancer journey looks like, because yes, I went through one, but I was also very young and I only remember minimal parts of it. So this has really helped me find that kind of sense of identity for myself and understand the true weight of what it means to be a leukemia survivor and how like awesome that is.
So basically seeing that, like a perspective of yourself through the eyes of other patients and other families that are going through this. What was the most fun part of this journey for you? Like you planned like all these restaurant events and fast food, and you sold things, and you were on the BBN a lot, like promoting things. Like what do you think was the most fun campaign, the most successful campaign? Just like the, well, that didn't work, we'll not do that again campaign. I mean, what are some of those details?
I would say seeing our team together. I know a lot of them couldn't make it to the gala, but we got a majority of them there. And just like seeing everyone's reactions, like walking in, everyone was like, oh my goodness, they didn't know what to expect.
Right.
Myself, I didn't know what to expect either. And just seeing how thrilled they were, because the way it works is they announce each team and give like a little description, and we walk down like a red carpet with like our song that we chose playing, and like just seeing how the excitement in the room and how everyone was so eager to like do a good thing towards one specific cause was just great.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the gala was a really, really cool moment. And like everything from that gala, it's such like this big, elegant event, and it's all donated. So like being like they do not pay don't pay a dime for stuff like that. So they get Windows on the River, which is an amazing venue, a lot of very cool catering options. There's tables, there's like pasta bar, salad bar, there's everything.
And the aquarium's open.
Yeah,
right?
and the aquarium's open, so we got to do that. And like she said, being able to see everybody in that big room and just feel like the electricity between everybody, all motivated. And then honestly, the kickoff event that they host, that was at Scene 75 this year. Being able to go to that with some of our team members was also really cool, because I think these events are kind of some of the first times that our team members are able to see like the full value of what they're doing. And listening to the speeches that the professionals put together and being able to hear from patients like Mick, it really serves as an inspiration for people. So I think that's like being able to see people come to that realization of what it is that they're doing and the awesome impact that they're having is really cool.
And I bet it's a really cool opportunity just to like mingle and engage with other people, other students from other schools, and form some friendships that you wouldn't have otherwise had if you just kind of stuck to Padua, right? Awesome. So congratulations. Best of luck. As you are leaving behind some tough shoes to fill, definitely.
Yeah, the team's carrying on though. We have some people contending for next year. So,
awesome.
Which is amazing.
Can't wait. And so maybe you'll come back and host the gala as a former student. Right?
You never know.
You never know. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Emily, Ryley. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Way to elevate and make a difference and play loud and all the things, right?
That
makes us Padua. All right. Back to you.